Yeah. I like when birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Jackson now. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Lucky 56. Over.
Mayfield on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Over.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Detroit! Here we go now. Over. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Oh, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A first down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This is Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Watch it now, 39! Green, 39!
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Gun! 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 Gun!
after the interception. Here's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent took the balance in his favor to go #1.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Mayfield now on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing, Mayfield. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Hurry up, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
56. Lucky 56. Now let's go.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Check.
From the gun, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Here's Mayfield. And now he'll tuck it and run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Here we go now. Watch it now. Marty. Blue 90.
On third down, Mayfield forced out to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, Jackson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Jackson drops it underneath for Collins. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Alex Collins that time. 3rd down here. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now the Browns coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watching now, Barney.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. To throw, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, zero pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A toss play to Chubb, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Second down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Bud Dupree in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Now he'll escape to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jackson on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Dorsett's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Gun! 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 Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. And this is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Gun! 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 Over!
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. throw's going to be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Willie Henry in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down, Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from